The memories. The memories. Ranks for the memories. Ranks for the memories.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining Ranks for the Memories again. It is I, Eric, with the wonderful Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hey, Eric.
We hopefully you guys all enjoyed our first edition, special edition of the Olympics, and as promised, we have returned with our second special edition of Olympics, and it's been a real pleasure to do this because if you're like me, Dan, I think you are. You fully immerse yourself in the pageantry and competition of world sports, and boy, it's been everything I remember and 1,000 times more.
Yeah, it sucked me in big time.
And I know we talked about our favorite events, and I was kind of bad-mouthing swimming and gymnastics because I wanted to watch badminton and shooting and whitewater rafting, and I have done all those things, but
Yeah.
and things because they just don't capture you for very long. But I tell you, as much as I didn't think I'd care about those events, CBS or NBC or whatever, NBC does a very good job of help sucking you in and making you love the athletes, especially the gymnasts. You really fall in love with these people like their younger brothers and sisters, and you're on. I'm on the edge of my seat with every single beam and ring and balance and everything, and just it's been so much fun cheering for them and rooting for them. It's very fun.
Yeah, I mean, and it's always fun how they, make little memes and try to make things go viral. Like that one gymnast who literally the only bad thing about him is he wears glasses, and everyone's like,
love that
"Oh,
guy.
look at this nerd," and
Nerd.
you're like, yeah, people wear glasses. It's
I love that guy. He's
pretty
my hero.
standard. The fact that he does Rubik's Cube helps.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I do have a mistake I need to admit.
Ooh, yes, please.
So I claimed last episode that the modern pentathlon was great to watch. I take that back. I tried watching it.
I have not yet.
That was a mistake. I felt like I was at a celebration of old money on the East Coast, and I didn't like myself watching it. I didn't like the whole thing.
I think I can relate because I did try to watch some equestrian, which is 1/5 of the modern pentathlon, and it did
Dressage.
Yes, I watched dressage, and it really did. It felt like I thought, why is this still a sport? And then I thought, oh, I know why. Because everyone on the Olympic Committee probably owns a fleet of horses, and they'll never get rid of this because they love horses.
And I feel like whatever creature is doing the heavy lifting in an event should be the one that wins the medal.
Yeah,
they should put the medal around the horse's neck for the dance.
The oldest athletes in the Olympics this year, like the top 3 oldest Olympics athletes, are all equestrians. But they're all horses that are not the oldest. I think I saw the youngest athlete is the 15-year-old gymnast, that one that does like one floor exercise.
Yeah.
Hesley or something her name is. And I think the horse that the oldest Olympic athlete is on is the same age as Hesley.
Oh.
So the oldest athlete is on top of the youngest athlete. Huh. You're right. I think the horse deserves all of that medal, and the old 59-year-old doesn't deserve any of it.
Yeah, the horse doesn't really get a choice. Well, I guess, with their crazy parents, most of these athletes probably didn't either.
So intuitive.
I was gonna say, the horses are really, getting enslaved here. But then I look at most of these sports parents, and it's like, wow,
yes,
it's not that different.
That is kind of funny. The Simone Biles' parents are pushing her to do more beam work, and
at 27,
the bug guy in Connecticut is like, get back on that horse.
Right. But my hamstrings hurt.
You will dressage and you will like it.
Oh, I'm sick of dancing with this horse. So yeah, I feel bad for them. Hopefully the trust funds go through though.
The trust funds are what's keeping this Olympics alive.
Yeah. Well, should we move on to our first ranking?
Dan, in a minute, we're going to go with our very first ranking, which is the most memorable Olympic athletes of all time, Summer Olympics. But before we do that, I know our listeners do love a good update, and I've got one for you.
Ooh.
As you recall, your rankings of mine were not at all upsetting, but your rankings of best cereals of all time were very upsetting and controversial to the listeners. Extremely, to this day, we're getting lots of emails, some supporting, mostly not. But and as you recall, I did try a lot of the cereals that you've recommended, and it's been mixed results.
Okay.
But I did finally get my hands on your number one cereal, Crackling Oat Bran.
So, did you come into money recently, or how did this happen?
Great news. Walmart, for all of its pros and cons, Walmart had Crackling Oat Bran for $5.45.
Oh, that's all. They're like giving it away.
They are. Yes, the box is small, but I thought for $5, I got to try this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very reluctant because, as I've been quoted as saying, the Crackling Oat Bran does look an awful lot like cat food.
Yeah, dry.
And there is no picture of any coconut whatsoever on the box.
Zero.
But I did fill a bowl of it with milk, and I did close my eyes and bite into Crackling Oat Bran. And I have to report that while I will not move Crackling Oat Bran into my top 10, it was a satisfying coconutty cereal.
And cinnamony.
I didn't get a whole lot of cinnamon. The box claimed cinnamon. If there's any cinnamon, someone sneezed a little bit of cinnamon in it. But maybe for $5 you don't get the cinnamon. I don't know.
Now let me ask you a question that they ask a lot in Utah. How long did you let it soak?
Well, I did not. I
hope you don't know what I meant by that.
Well, I value a crunch, so I didn't soak it for too long.
Okay.
I jumped in pretty fast.
Okay.
I did recognize after the first bite that you do need a soak. But not too much soak. And I will say that I don't want to badmouth it too much. I found it satisfactory.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather eat a box of Crackling Oat Bran every day for the rest of my life than have to even look at a bowl of grape nuts claiming to be cereal when in fact it's cement.
Yeah.
To this day, to my dying day, grape nuts will offend me. So
as it should.
Yes. So,
now,
Crackling Oat Bran, B+.
Oh, I'll take a B+ for a first timer.
Yeah.
If you let it soak for a good minute, the texture becomes it self-actualizes and becomes what it truly could be. It potentiates.
So it's full potential. It's full. It's full. The full experience will be after a minute.
Absolutely. And then once you've experienced that, then you're ready to eat it dry or in any other way. It's kind of like someone who, starts drinking coffee with sugar and cream. And then after a little while, they're like, you know what? I just really like coffee. I don't need the sugar and cream anymore. Anyway.
May I also add that I also have added peanut butter Captain Crunch to my regular repertoire now.
That's great. I will say Crackling Oat Bran is so expensive. It is kind of the modern pentathlon of cereals.
I did feel like I was on the equestrian circuit while I was eating that thing. I did feel a little elitist.
It is where the cereal that Old Bunny buys.
For 1 minute, I could understand how the 1% lives.
Yeah. Now, when you were eating it, did you have a polo stick in your hand?
Yes, and a pinky straight up in the air.
Okay. You know what? That box needs a picture of a horse dancing on it.
It does. And a coconut.
They'd sell a lot more bowls.
Speaking of coconuts, Dan.
Okay.
Which 6 Olympic athletes do you find to be the most memorable or fantastic of all time in the Summer Olympics?
Okay, let's start with number 6, Bob Beamon. So I believe he still holds the world record for long jump. We might need to look this up.
I've never heard of this man. Who is he?
Bob Beamon, Mexico City Olympics, world record in long jump. You've probably seen a picture of him with these long, skinny-ish legs, jumping 29 feet, 2.5 inches.
That's amazing.
That's 2 free throw lines.
I could probably jump a foot, maybe.
Right. I mean, that's pretty darn far. So, and there's an iconic photo of Bob Beamon. If you just Google Bob Beamon, and you like one of those first pictures, it shows him leaping through the air with his legs in front of him. You can't even see the ground in the photograph.
That's a cool picture.
It's just such an amazing, iconic thing. And I think anyone that can jump that far deserves to be on a list.
This is 1968, Dan. So
I know.
In modern day, human body usually conquers all. So it's even more incredible that someone can do that and have that record stand with today's human body. That's pretty amazing.
Oh, apparently the record doesn't stand, though, because Mike Powell did it in 1991. Oops.
Mike Powell. I'm going to add him to my list of least favorite athletes.
Yeah, he's gone. He's dead to me. Hopefully he's not dead. I shouldn't have said that. I bet.
Mike Powell might be one of our listeners. Mike Powell, if you're out there, we do treasure you. Thank you. In USA.
He is still alive. Okay, good for him. All right, next, number 5, Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Oh yeah.
So, track and field star, lots of medals, just all around gifted athlete. Sports Illustrated voted her the best female athlete of all time.
Oh man, I agree. That's pretty cool.
So that's pretty impressive. Number 4, this is kind of the weird one, but I think deserves a mention here. Karch Karai.
Oh yeah, I love that nomination. Excellent.
Beach and indoor volleyball golds.
I remember him.
And was doing volleyball stuff in the 84, 88, and 96 Olympics.
The beach volleyball people, Dan, are so iconic every year. Just kind of with almost like surfers on sand sort of mentality, I feel like. And I remember he was all personality.
Mm-hmm.
And neon colors too, if I remember right?
And good. Yeah. Have you ever tried beach volleyball?
I watched a lot of that because I like volleyball a lot, and it's amazing how you can dive for ball and then will yourself to immediately get up and have to spike the ball in the same exact possession.
Have you ever played like 2 versus 2?
I get tired out making sandcastles.
It's hard doing 6 versus 6.
Yeah.
Let alone 2. I don't know how they cover that amount of ground in the sand.
When I play 6 versus 6 volleyball, most of my time is spent praying that the ball won't come to me.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine with 2 versus 2, the ball is coming to you.
Yeah.
Pretty regularly.
And then my number 3, is Michael Phelps, 23 gold medals.
Absolutely.
And I just think he'd be a fun guy to hang out with. Have
you seen him still being present in Paris?
Yeah, he's going to other athletes' events, like supporting them. I totally think that's cool. And I mean, even I read a story in the New York Times because I'm so literate.
Were you on your horse?
I was playing polo right before I completed the other events of the modern pentathlon. And it was talking about how some of the NBA stars befriended a ping pong player and actually watched her tournament, watched her play. I thought that is so cool. And only at the Olympics can you get, honestly, any NBA star I would consider a celebrity in this country.
Absolutely.
And for them to sort of be part of something bigger themselves and not be too cool for school, I think is really cool.
That's what I think is magic about the Olympics is that all these people, these physical specimens from around the world all support each other. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I saw Michael Phelps, I think it was yesterday, like cheering on, not cheering on because that sounds very lame and docile, like jumping out of his seat and pumping his fist in the air for a French swimmer he was watching that won, I think, 3 medals in like as a course of a couple hours. I just think Michael Phelps seemed like, I agree with you 100%. Not only our greatest Olympic athlete of all time, but seemed like a pretty decent dude to hang out with.
Yeah. And then my number 2 is Jesse Owens. So take that, Hitler. As you know, Jesse Owens, 1936 Berlin Olympics, won 4 gold medals, which is kind of insane for track and field.
At a time where someone is telling the world that a black athlete cannot do those things.
Oh, exactly. And I mean, track and field is hard to win 1 event, let alone 4. And then here's a cool story. So he was given 4 oak saplings after the Berlin Olympics, and he planted them in different places. I think one of them out kind of near LA, one in Cleveland, one at the Ohio State University, and then another one somewhere else. Anyway, some of those are still alive today. So even though
so cool.
Jesse Owens has passed on, because he'd be like 1,000,000 years old now, his oak trees representing his win in Berlin, Germany, are still, some of them are still alive.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And then number 1, Usain Bolt, the fastest man in history.
So dominant.
So dominant, and being fast is very cool. Can you hear my dog in the background?
What dog?
Oh, good. Thanks, Zoom, for canceling that out. My dog's being a turd right now.
Are we allowed to say turd on our podcast?
Yeah.
We are?
I just did.
Turd.
Thanks.
It does feel good. Let me do it one more time. Turd.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. That feels good.
Yeah, you know what? It feels good. And you're going to be making some turds after eating that bowl of Cracklin' Oat Bran.
Thanks for the warning.
Uh-huh. That's my list.
That is a good list, Dan, and not surprising, we're going to have a little spillover.
Mm.
Here are my 6 most memorable and dominant athletes of the Summer Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6 is a shout out to my friend Corky. The 6th best athlete of all time in the history of all of the Olympics over hundreds of years is Ross Wales.
I've never heard that name before.
Well, you need to educate yourself.
Okay.
Ross Wales got the bronze medal in the 100 butterfly in the 1968 Olympics. It went somebody, I don't remember, and then Mark Spitz, who was pretty good, and then Ross Wales. And you would think, oh, why am I listing an athlete who only got 1 bronze medal in all of the Olympics?
Yep.
Well, he's my cousin. So
Really?
Yep, he's my cousin, and so I think my mom would be pretty upset if I didn't mention
Ross Wales.
We're probably gonna get some angry emails from her that we're not listing him as the world's greatest Olympic athlete of all time.
Uh-huh.
But we're gonna put him as 6th, the 6th best Olympic athlete of all time, Ross Wales.
Wow.
Nice, good Swedish name, right?
He was inducted into the International Swimming Hall of Fame.
Yeah, who hasn't been?
So wow. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Ross.
There you go. I did not know that you were from Olympic stock.
By looking at me and knowing me for 20 years, you wouldn't guess, would you?
Well, I always assumed it, but I didn't know it.
Now the proof is in the pudding.
Yep, there you go. Is that why you're so good at swimming?
I am a pretty decent swimmer.
Huh.
I'm a 10% manatee.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
The 5th best Olympic athlete of all time is Florence Griffith Joyner, also wonderfully known as FloJo. FloJo captured our hearts and minds when we were younger. She was just like Usain Bolt was the fastest man for a time. She was the fastest woman in the world. She had 3 world records, 3 golds and 2 silvers in Olympics. And remember, she also had the long nails and like the 1 long leg and the 1 short leg. Now every athlete's doing it, but she was the first that I ever remember.
The long leg and the short leg?
long leg and short leg. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she was brave athlete who was speedy and fashionably conscious.
And tragic.
Flojo died from was it kidney disease or something? I can't remember.
Epileptic seizure in her
Eesh.
sleep. It was caused from a birth defect.
Which isn't that strange that you could have a birth defect that allows you to be the fastest woman in the world and then later kill you? That's kind of ironic and sad, isn't it?
I'm sure they were unrelated birth defects, but yes, the fact that you could have both, right?
Yes.
One, your genetics are such that with hard work and everything else, you could be the fastest in the world, and this completely surprising, issue with her brain that caused her to die in her sleep, and before she turned 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tragic.
But yeah, she was iconic.
Yeah, she was. Number 4 is kind of a softball right now because we all just watched her over the last couple of days. All in love with her, and we all marvel at her, and we all wish we were her or with her right now. Simone Biles, number 4.
Oh, the GOAT.
Just became the most medaled gymnast of all time.
Yeah.
Boy, when you and I love listening to the broadcasters who know what they're talking about gymnastics, who still they're supposed to be unbiased broadcasters and still fanboy out with Simone Biles and the fact that she's doing things out there on the all the different apparatus that no one else can do. She has an event. She has moves named after her.
Yeah.
I mean, everything she does, even if she does it average, because of the difficulty she's done it better than everyone else in the entire Olympics.
And she's 27.
Yeah, and married to a Chicago Bears player.
Really?
Yep. I feel bad for the guy because he had to endure a short time with the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah. How does he go to sleep?
Probably next to Simone Biles.
Well, there you go.
Which is also weird though that she's played like that's such a tough sport to do for so long, and it's almost like she's the grandma of the gymnastics team. I mean, there's a 15-year-old next to her, and she's this quote unquote old lady in her late 20s.
That would be like someone being on the basketball team in their like mid to late 40s.
Can you imagine? Because LeBron's heading there, but still, yeah.
That's another thing. We'll get to him because he's still crazily athletic.
I almost feel bad that I don't have him on here because
it's insane.
It's incredible the longevity he has in basketball.
But I will say with Simone Biles, I heard one commentator say that the dominance of their win in the overall competition, the all around, the whole team competition,
yes,
would be similar to like when the University of Alabama does their first exhibition game and they pick like a D3 school to just destroy.
That's fantastic.
They said like the point differential in gymnastics was similar to like what that would be in football.
Oh, I love that. I didn't hear that. That's fantastic.
It would be like one of those where you're like 78 to 14 or something like that.
My family was watching it and they kept talking about how the teams are competing for silver. And we kept looking at each other like, does that mean that we have it? But it's like after the first event. And then after the second event, they're saying, yes, maybe this person will get the bronze. I'm like, wait, does that mean that we are not getting bronze? I never quite fully understood it, but from the very beginning, we already had it. I mean, it's absolutely incredible the dominance that she can bring to the team, and how great the team is in general this year too.
Yeah.
All right, enough about Simone Biles. We all just watched her. We all love her. I agree with you. You have an Usain Bolt as 1. I have him as 3. But it's really hard at this point.
Yeah.
8 gold medals. He's the only track athlete to. We talk about how hard it is to be back to back to back. Your body is just, you get too old eventually. You want to see with like Katie Ledecky, who's a great swimmer, but just is unfortunately aging herself out.
Out of the sprints, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Usain Bolt won the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash 3 consecutive years. The only person to ever do it, and still holds the world record in both of them.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts. And it's just fun, even if he's not American. I guess maybe because Jamaican isn't as threatening. If he was Russian, we probably would hate his guts.
Yeah.
But he's Jamaican, so like, oh, that's not threatening at all.
And all the Americans hearing his name are like, damn it, he could have been an amazing running back.
Oh, absolutely.
Or a wide receiver.
No, it would be fun to watch. It's neat when you can see an athlete, not excel, but dominate so much where it's already a pre-done conclusion before the race is even done. It's neat to see someone that can just win so easily. And there'll be someone that I'm sure you and I will never forget.
He is probably faster than Forrest Gump.
Blasphemy.
I know. And that boy could run.
That guy could run.
But Usain Bolt, he's got him.
Well, the thing where Forrest Gump had it is sometimes Tom Hanks's brother would do some of the running as a stunt double, whereas Usain Bolt didn't have a stunt double. So that might be where he edges out Forrest Gump a little bit.
And he knows when to stop. Yeah.
Oh, they hit right. Thank you. I'm gonna double off of you again with Michael Phelps.
Nice.
20, as you said, 23 gold medals, unfathomable.
Yeah.
3 silvers, 2 bronzes. He has 28 medals. At some point, it's not even special anymore. 28 Olympic medals.
Yeah, I mean, if he wears them all, he probably looks like Mr. T.
He hopes. He does have the man bun. Did you see the man bun? He's pulling it off, but
yeah, that's one I couldn't.
I don't know why he's not wearing them all the time. I saw the men's Olympic gymnasts rooting on the women's Olympic gymnasts, and they had their medals on.
Yeah,
I'm like, of course they do. Why in the world would you take that thing off?
Well, in his case, he doesn't want scoliosis. Right? You're just carrying those just massive amount of gold on your neck there.
Dean, if you had to guess, do you know who in the history of the Olympics, how many medals the second most successful Olympian has?
Ooh. Total?
Yeah, total.
I'm going with 20.
Even less. Good guess.
15. 18.
Michael Phelps has 28 total medals. The next person has 18 total medals.
Another swimmer?
I wish I remembered. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I think it's a gymnast, but I can't remember for sure.
Because I feel like the swimmers do have a little advantage with that because there's so many swimming events.
Yeah, they can really pour it on in one year, can't they?
You know, dressage, you don't have 20 different dressage events. They don't have like jazz and tap.
And man, if only.
If only breaking. Can you imagine if they did horse breakdancing?
Breaking is coming soon. It's towards the end of the Olympics, so
that'll be fun to watch.
Okay. Dan, we briefly hit on this, and this is only slightly tongue-in-cheek, but the number one best Olympic athlete of all time.
Yes. Which
I feel bad now, not talking about saying Kevin Durant after the first game of the Olympics, but Charles Barkley,
the round bound,
is the greatest U.S. Olympic athlete of all time.
Yeah.
We talked about how
he'd love to hear that.
He would, wouldn't he? He would say it. He would agree with me.
Yeah.
He, and that was such a special time for the two of us and for millions of other Americans. When the NBA first went into the Olympics, and we did mention this, Michael Jordan probably didn't play his hardest because he was golfing and gambling. So.
Right. Those are important things.
Yep. But Charles Barkley led the U.S. team in field goals, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, 2-pointers, offensive rebounds, total points. He was second in free throws and free throw attempts, third in 3-pointers, and third in steals. Totally in a field stacked with NBA Hall of Famers. He excelled.
And he wasn't the skinniest.
No. It's funny though. I saw the starting lane. I saw them all being introduced the other day. Like I watched some clips from that, and I think he's the same height as Jordan, 6'6", I think. The fact that he excelled not only in the Olympics but in the NBA as a rebounder and a scorer is pretty interesting. Compared that he's short and fat almost, and borderline fat.
Or an NBA player.
I think your son would call him thick,
2 C's.
2 C's,
Uh-huh.
but still was so successful.
Oh, and so aggressive. I mean, I feel like if you played against him, you would look in the mirror before you take your shower, and there would just be bruises everywhere.
He did. I remember right throw someone through a plate glass window at a bar once. So aggressive.
Yeah. I think I'll let him win in pig.
I would let him win in everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great
I would
list,
let him
Derek.
dressage. Thank you.
Yeah, you got to be aggressive for dressage. You really got to push that horse.
Yep. Now, before we move on to our least favorite athletes, Dan, you and I were talking off microphone about the 3-on-3 basketball.
Oh,
and we both shared some frustration, A, on how weird it is,
yes.
and B, how poor the U.S. is doing this year. And I wanted to say that I did look into it. I don't know if you've noticed, our team has Jimmer Fredette on it, which was like one of those NCAA. He was one of those March Madness darlings.
Okay.
I think he was Brigham Young, maybe. Just chucked up a lot of threes and hit them all. But here's the weird thing: is 3-on-3 basketball doesn't have 3-point line, so it's a lot weird. That
is it a 2-point line though? Don't they get twice?
1 point, 2 point. Yeah.
Oh, so weird.
But the reason that I think one of the reasons that USA doesn't dominate as it should is that there's different rules for 3-on-3 versus 5-on-5. Any first timer is eligible to play 5-on-5, but you can't play a 3-on-3 unless you've gotten so many points by like playing in sanctioned 3-on-3 events.
Oh.
So if you haven't logged in so many 3-on-3 minutes or hours or whatever in sanctioned events, you can't be on the Olympic team. So USA just hasn't decided it hasn't placed any importance on it yet. So
I mean, that's sad.
It is sad. I'm not, obviously it would be too hard for current NBA players to log in the hours necessary, but I don't see why we couldn't just pull a couple of NBA players this year that get released and say, here's $1 million for your team's funding. You're in practice 3-on-3 for the next 3 years.
I mean,
I think it'd be that easy.
There is one thing that has gotten some nice traction, which I think should get more and should make 3-on-3 more interesting. It's Canyon Barry. He's another player on the 3-on-3 squad.
Okay.
He shoots free throws with the granny style shot.
I gotta watch that. I haven't seen that yet.
So, and he's really good at it. And you're like, why is this guy shooting granny style? Do you know why he's shooting granny style?
Please tell me.
His father is the legendary Rick Barry.
Really?
An NBA champion, 8-time All-Star, who was one of the best foul shooters ever with a 90% shooting from the free throw line, also did granny style.
Using the greeny style.
In the NBA. One of the only NBA players to use the granny style free throw.
Interesting.
It's been speculated that if Wilt Chamberlain would have used the granny style free throw, his records would have been even more insane because he missed so many free throws and he was fouled so much.
Wow. Did you ever see the Will Ferrell basketball movie? The name is escaping me now.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, he does a really funny grainy style in there too.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the only redeeming thing I can think of the 3x3 basketball. It is really fun to watch because it's fast paced.
He's not embarrassed by that.
I mean, I'm guessing his dad made him do it. Maybe.
I understand that maybe the science is there, but I am not secure enough in my manhood. I wouldn't want 20% less accuracy to not do that.
Well, that's why most people don't do it. Wow. But he must be packing, so or something. But the other thing,
like you're saying, like he brought a lot of luggage to Paris when he traveled.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
The other thing, well, have you seen how some South Koreans shoot free throws?
No.
They use the backboard.
Oh, of course they do.
Yeah.
That shouldn't surprise me.
Right? It's like they're doing the math and they're thinking like, okay, this is higher percentage shot, and the rebound's going to kick out further, which gives us a better shot in case we miss it, of getting the ball back.
Dan, another thing we talked about actually on the podcast was I think I mentioned last time about how weird it is that the divers immediately go shower afterwards.
Yes, what's going on with that?
It turns out it's not some sort of just weird tradition, as I thought. I just thought, like in 1946 they did something, so they have to do it now. But there, it all depends. It's like there's so much science in bodies and kinesthetic now that what they decide is that they're plunging into this cold water, and they've got these, they're warm outside and then cold inside. It's bad for their muscles. It could lead to muscle strain and spasms. So they immediately go to the shower. And then I saw some people in the hot tub too. It helps keep not only their core temperature good, but also kind of soothes their muscles and gets it back to the temperature they need to be in.
Oh, so it's a muscle thing. It's not a cleanliness thing.
I thought for sure it was just either a cleanliness or a tradition or something. But yeah, it's all about muscles.
Well, that reminds me. So in ancient Olympians, they did all their events nude.
Ooh,
did you know that?
I did not know that, and I would imagine some sports would be okay with that, and some sports would be really awkward with that.
Yep, my imagination's running wild right now. I feel like you draw in even more viewership if the Olympics were made nude in 2028.
Without being crude, I mean, we are talking about the world's greatest athletes, and also that means the world's greatest human bodies right now.
That's right.
Like men and women, we're talking about the peak of physical fitness right now.
That's right, which is one of the reasons why in the dormitories they provide lots of birth control.
That's the very responsible one.
Because when there's lots of beautiful human bodies, they want to do non-Olympic sanctioned activities.
You would think that they're just creating future Olympians. The third generation of berries to throw underhand free throws.
Right. Yeah, 20 years from now, all the basketball players are doing granny style.
Tune in to our next Ranks for the Memories, where we rank which sports will be best played in nude.
Oh, jeez. That'd be so this is another fact, and it's not dirty, but it sounds dirty. And it's an old ancient Olympic event called pankration. It sounds bad.
Pankration?
Yeah.
Oh man, what is it?
So this was a no holds barred mix of boxing and wrestling.
Oh, interesting. Kind of like ultimate fighting?
It's basically like ultimate fighting, only obviously nude. And everything was allowed except biting and eye gouging.
Oh man, I think that'd be so easy. The first person to grab the junk wins.
I wasn't alive back then. Biden was, but I wasn't. And it turns out, I don't know if that was a rule. I'm guessing it was, because I
hope
just
so.
Too easy.
It would be a 13-second match.
Yeah. So anyway, those are my fun facts for the day.
That's a fun fact. I want to add something too. You talked about how important I think 1904 Olympics were.
1900, yeah.
1900 Olympics. I found out that the 1984 Olympics were also pretty important.
Oh yeah.
The men have been doing a marathon since 1896. The women weren't allowed to do a marathon until almost exactly 100 years later. And in 1984,
that sucks.
Women's marathon was added.
Wow.
Women's cycling, women's rhythmic gymnastics, women's synchronous swimming, and women's chocolate chip baking, all added in 1984.
I'm calling BS on the last one.
But chocolate chip cookies are so good, aren't they?
There should be an Olympic event for that.
Yeah. But that's almost 100 years disparity between men's sports and women's sports, which is a shame.
That's crazy.
And to add even more insult to injury, it took till 2000 till every single sport had a woman's edition of it too.
Wow.
And until 2012, where every single country sent a woman.
Wow.
which I need to follow up on that because actually I disbelieve that. I can see like 99% of countries sending women, but I still feel like there's some countries that wouldn't want to support a woman athlete and still wouldn't be sending someone even to this day.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Yep. All right, and then my last fact before we head to sports athletes we hate. USA just yesterday, I believe became the first country to earn 3,000 all-time medals in the Olympics. 3,000.
Oof.
I think we celebrate stuff like that because we're getting the crap kicked out of us in total gold medals.
We are.
I love our country and I love winning, and so it's easy to try. I try to say, oh, but we have the most all over medals.
Yeah.
But that's like because we also have the most athletes there. So it's,
right.
It deflates the
it's a numbers game.
Yeah, it is a numbers game.
But it kind of makes sense though that we wouldn't have all these golds and all these diverse medals because our approach to athletics is kind of like our approach to farming, right? You drive around the Midwest, you only see two crops, corn and soybeans. And similar with our athletics, we tend to focus on just a few sports. You don't have a lot of kids, signing up for table tennis or kayaking. We're investing in football, basketball, baseball.
It's going to take an individual wealthy person to decide on their own to follow up on this sport.
Absolutely, yeah.
I watched some handball today, and handball seems like a very fun sport.
It's really fun.
But have you ever been exposed to handball or had an opportunity to play handball?
Once in like one PE class.
That
was it.
I think your analogy is perfect. Everyone in our country has a chance to become a track Olympic athlete, but that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but 3,000 medals, it's a lot.
It's almost surprising with our resources that we don't decide just that we want to win everything and just sink some money into it.
Yeah, I guess our athletes are too busy trying to make millions of dollars off of one of those three sports that America seems to value.
Yeah, and I've thought about that before with soccer. I wish that we were able to push athletes because we have millions of talented athletes in our country.
Oh yeah,
but they're only pushed in like basketball basically. Whereas if we were to encourage all of our athletes in our country into soccer, we could compete with all the other countries, but we choose not to.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Enough serious topics. Let's talk about
hatred,
the heinous people, the hatred.
Yes.
Dan, I'm excited about this topic because listeners, our next special edition Ranks to Memories podcast will be another special edition, the hatred episode. The things and people that we hate.
Yes.
So this is our warm-up. This is our practice round where we talk about the Summer Olympic athletes that we hate. Dan, do you hate any Olympic athletes?
I do. Do you want me to go first again?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So my first, we'll start off number 6. Ben Johnson.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yes, as you know, was the fastest man in the world before Usain Bolt, but his Olympic medal was overturned because of drugs.
Fastest man in the world is such an awesome title. And when it's an American, it's even more incredible. It's someone that we can all get behind and root for and be proud of our country and our athlete.
Yeah.
And when it turns out that the person achieved it through cheating, oh, so frustrating, and just, I hate him.
Well, and you will be happy to realize he was actually Canadian.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me though that I hate him a little less then.
Yeah. And
is that why he sticks? Because he's just a maple syrup drinker?
And he's very, very sorry.
He's
going to be after running, now he's just sitting up eating Tim Hortons, Timbits, and chilling out in Canada. So that's number 6. Number 5. So you'll see some themes with drugs in mine.
Yes, drugs.
Number 5 is Ryan Lochte. So what do you call that mixture of vinegar and water that some people use to cleanse their nether regions?
I've only put it on my Easter eggs. I don't know.
Okay, well, I would compare Ryan Lochte to that cleansing concoction.
Oh, I see that. I'm a little slow. Thank you.
That's all right. So
let us get heard on this podcast, but not the other thing, right?
Not that.
Yeah, gotcha.
So good. So at the 2016 Rio Olympics, he falsely claimed that he and other swimmers were robbed at gunpoint. And it was later revealed that they had vandalized a gas station. Vinegar and water right there.
Yes, vinegar and water. And I'm sorry to cut in, but I think about Ryan Lochte and why even before that happened, I think he was pretty hated. He had that bleach blonde hair, and he was trying to beat Michael Phelps, who's kind of America's sweetheart. And I think we all, we love Michael Phelps. We love Simone Biles because not only are they great athletes, but they also are kind of transparent in their battle with mental health, and just to see kind of a smug, kind of pretty boy who doesn't seem to really care about the sport as much as just kind of himself. I think we already kind of hate him even before he lied and to the entire world. Ugh, gross.
Now the one redeeming quality is he was a good swimmer, and the second redeeming quality is he was on an episode of 30 Rock where he plays what they call a quote unquote sex idiot. So just some dumb person that looks good.
Did he have to do a lot of research for that role?
I don't think so. And I think he parlayed that idiot mentality into the Rio Olympics.
Yeah, I would say so.
Number 4 is Lance Armstrong. Now, he was in the 96 Olympics, but I'm not hating him for that specifically. But I think he should continue to be hated because of his doping scandal. So I'm just including him on the list just so the hate continues.
And I don't know if you'll know this or not. This is where I also hate him, and I don't know if I'm right in hating him for this or not. Did he leave Sheryl Crow while she was going through chemotherapy?
I wouldn't put it past him.
In my head, that's what happened. And maybe I just made that up just to rationalize my hatred of Lance Armstrong. But in my reality, Lance Armstrong went through chemotherapy and Sheryl Crow was there for him. And then as soon as she went through chemotherapy, he said, "Peace, I'm out."
Oh, so I mean, I don't know that. I do know that it was right around the time that his doping scandal happened too. So she may have been like, "I don't like you anymore. I'm going to write some good songs.
I'm sick of cleaning up your needles."
Right, exactly. All she wanted to do, I'm not going to go on with that joke. She just wanted to have some fun, not deal with his scandal. Number 3 is Marion Jones, 2000 Sydney Olympics, 5 medals, American.
Mm-hmm.
You know where this is going. Drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. Number 2.
It's tough when we build these people up to be our heroes, only to find out that we were lied to.
They were lied to. And, I don't know how much pressure they're getting from the other people in their lives to do this too. So, I do think personal responsibility is important when it comes to these decisions. And I don't know what it's like to be them, right? I don't know what it's like to have coaches and everyone else around you maybe pushing this stuff on you. So,
yeah.
Number 2, Sun Yang, Chinese swimmer, doping, smashed his blood sample with a hammer rather than have it tested.
What?
Known to be aggressive and a jerk to other swimmers. They love him in China, but everyone other than China hates him.
Wow.
Look up Sun Yang if you need a good hate search.
Man.
You know, sometimes you're in those moods where you're feeling a little feisty and you just want stuff to fuel your frustration. Look up that guy.
You know, and all the times I've had to give a blood sample, I've never carried a hammer before. Now I realize how I need to be doing that from now on.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, both of us have been naive and not carrying hammers around.
From now on, whenever I urinate into something or blood into something, I'm going to be having a hammer in my pocket.
That's wise. Yeah.
Thank you.
Number one, I'm cheating here a little bit. The country of Russia.
Absolutely.
So much drug abuse in recent years and possibly throughout modern history, we don't know, that athletes have had to compete as part of the Russian Olympic Committee rather than the country of Russia in recent years.
It's almost laughable, isn't it? That Russia just is literally not allowed to compete in Olympics for so many years now. It's almost humorous.
Well, and the crazy thing is it's not just these athletes deciding to do this. So not a lot of individual hate for those athletes. Because, good luck telling Putin I'm not going to do this, right?
Yeah,
you know where you're going. It was government sponsored, meaning the government was coordinating these efforts, making these athletes who this is, for many of them, their only chance to get ahead in life.
Yes.
And making them cheat, and then they get the punishment for it. I think that's despicable on so many levels.
I really love the Olympics decision to not only punish Russia, but also allow athletes to still compete in another format.
Yeah, I do think that's nice. China, it looks as though they have some similar issues.
Yes.
But probably at least they're better at hiding it than Russia. So doesn't seem to be quite as widespread. And then I do have
yes, please.
Something even worse than Russia.
Ooh, how's that possible?
South Africa.
Oh,
if ever you're like,
I knew where this is going.
If ever you're like, what's really bad? And then someone says something, you can always pull out South Africa. They were banned from the Olympics for 30 years because of their apartheid.
Man.
So the rules were so despicable, these discriminatory rules, which not only legalized racism, but they codified it and made it specific. So certain colors were allowed more things than other colors, and the lighter your skin was, the more opportunities you had, and the darker your skin was, the less opportunities. Even telling certain people where they had to live, taking away property, these sorts of things. The world thought that was so despicable that they wouldn't even let them compete in the most unifying sporting event in the world for 30 years.
And that's where I think the Olympics does a great job, where it goes beyond athletics to just basic human decency, and they can put their foot down and say this is so wrong that we need to address this. That's wonderful.
And I hope they continue to do that. And then the other reason, not quite as big as apartheid, but the vuvuzelas. I mean, do you remember that from the World Cup, how annoying those things were?
Yes. I hate to say it, but our local baseball team, the Tampa Bay Rays, have embraced that I'm going to use quotes, musical instrument.
No.
That's one of our things. We use the cowbell and the whatever you call that thing. Pretty much exclusively at our Ray Stadium.
Oof. Okay. Well, I'm so sorry.
Are they banned in the Olympics?
I don't know. If not, they should be. It ruined that World Cup for me a little bit.
I'll have you come down to Tampa and we'll both something together.
Vuvuzela.
And we'll also didgeridoo something too.
Didgeridoo and Vuvuzela. They're
definitely cousins. Kissing cousins.
Those words sound like old people trying to sound hip.
It's like me saying no cap.
Right. Like I'm trying to talk Gen Z slang with my kids. you know, and I'm like, skibbity toilet, vuvuzela.
Oh my
Sure
goodness.
do. Dad, stop. You're not cool.
Oh, if you had $1 for every time you heard that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I had one of my students tell me this morning who I saw. She said, Mr. Fassel, last year your hair was gray. Now it's white. Now it's white.
Oh, thanks for that little stab.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That didn't bother me for the rest of the day, including something I need to mention today on the podcast.
Right. It didn't make an appearance in your last 7 dreams.
Thanks, 9-year-old, for ruining my life.
Right. Well, why did my testosterone level go down 50%
Low
this week?
T hit an all-time low.
Oh,
Speaking of testosterone,
okay. Let's hear
let me
your
tell you about some Olympic athletes that I hate.
Mm,
I'm gonna go with number 6, Ian Thorpe. Ian Thorpe is kind of a modern day villain.
okay.
I don't know if you remember. It's very relatable because we're watching Olympics, and you know, China and Japan are always been our lifelong villains, but Australia in swimming seems to be just a thorn in our sides, and this year especially, just Australia seems to be dominating. Unfortunately,
Oh.
Australia, when we were a little bit younger, started to become a problem.
Mm.
And Ian Thorpe was the man. He was the most dominant Australian swimmer in 2000 and beat USA over and over again. He had 5 golds, 3 silvers, and a bronze. Fortunately, in 2004, we had an answer. His name is Michael Phelps, and that really kind of put a stop to Ian Thorpe. But even then, it was a very controversial and difficult battle between the young Michael Phelps and Ian Thorpe. Ian Thorpe, big villain in the 2000s for us. Some of these other ones I'm going to mention were people that that I did not know I hated so much until I started looking into it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to choose some of the low-hanging fruit. Plus, I also didn't want to double. My list was almost identical to yours, so I thought I had to go a different way.
And I've got another one I gotta add on once
My
you're done.
list was literally identical, so I'm going a different way. I'm going with number 5, Bruce Kimball.
Okay.
Bruce Kimball, unfortunately American.
Don't know this guy.
I didn't know him either, but our lovely crowdsourcing helped us out with that one. Someone threw out Bruce Kimball, and I looked him up. Here's where he's kind of terrible. He was a swimming, a wonderful swimmer, Olympic hopeful. In 1981, he was struck head-on by a drunken driver. Every bone in his face was fractured. He broke his left leg. He tore ligaments in his knee. He lacerated his liver.
Oof.
He had to get his spleen removed. But he still fought as many of our Olympics do. Even for women's Olympics, you heard about how someone had like kidney disease, and just people fight, and that's what makes them competitors.
Yeah.
He fought and came back. He became the comeback kid. He earned a bronze medal in 1982 in the World Championships. Fought. He you know, so far a great story, right?
So far, I don't hate him.
Well, here's where you're going to hate him. If you're hit by a drunk driver, would you ever drive drunk?
I don't think I would, even if I wasn't.
No, you and I are both intelligent enough to know that that's one of the worst things you can do. Unfortunately, in 1988, 2 weeks before the diving trials, he got pulled over. Well, not pulled over. He got found on the side of the road with a blood alcohol level of twice the limit after hitting a sports car into teenagers driving 90 miles an hour. He killed 2 people and injured 4 others.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately, the Olympics are like, yeah, go ahead and try out. Thank goodness he didn't make the team. And then right afterwards, he pled guilty to 2 counts of vehicular homicide. He went to jail for 17 years. He got out of jail, even though he got, here's what, I don't want to get into the legal system here, but he got arrested, convicted for 17 years, but he got it out in 5.
Oh, that's only 2.5 years per kid.
Yeah, it sure is. And So I can't. That's a very heinous thing to do in general, but
Yeah.
just the callousness of having shouldn't have known better and didn't.
Yeah.
It just and a little fun fact for you, in case you know anyone that lives in Winnetka.
Oh no.
As the Wikipedia is telling me, he's the swimming and diving teacher in New Trier High School at Winnetka.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let you know that maybe his kids are swimming and diving with Bruce Kimball.
Maybe he lives in the Home Alone house.
That thing just got sold. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's worth more than God. It's an expensive house. New Trier is one of the nicest high schools in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has more money. It's probably got an endowment. It's so rich.
Bruce Kimball probably makes more money than you and me combined.
I'm sure.
That's why you hate him.
Only in America, folks. Wow, what a story. What a crazy up and down roller coaster that was.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Let's turn our hatred to someone in Germany. Are you okay with that?
Oh, always.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go old school Germany, which is even easier.
Okay.
Dora Radjen,
Uh-huh.
4th in women's high jump in the 36 Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
2 years later, breaks the world's record for high jump.
Oh.
Well, here's the tricky part. Dora Radjen is really, I don't know, Donald Radjen? I'm not sure. Dude, total dude.
Look at those pictures. Not passing.
The Nazis ordered him to pose as a woman for the sake of the honor and glory of Germany.
Oh,
he said, for 3 years, I lived the life of a girl. It was most dull.
It was most dull. That's all he had to say.
Yes.
That's
useful, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a controversial topic, this transgender athletic stuff. I'm going to steer clear of commenting on that.
Me
and
too.
Just say, this sounds nothing like anything that people are arguing about today. This is someone who obviously did not identify as a woman.
No, he did not.
And if you look at the pictures, you'll know why.
It probably was just the thing where everyone knew it, but like we're too it's too proper to approach the subject.
Oh boy. Okay, that's a good one, Eric. That's a quality find.
Thank you. Number 3, we're going with your favorite of all the Olympic events, the modern pentathlon.
Yay!
For those of you who don't remember from a week ago when we discussed it, the modern pentathlon, which I love the word that modern in it, which is very oxymoronic. Horse jumping,
right?
Fencing, swimming, running, and shooting.
Yep, riding horses, something that modern people do a lot.
Yeah. The Tunisian team, which I had to look it up because I've heard of Tunisia, but I couldn't put it on a map.
Did you know what continent? Okay, good.
Yeah, I had to look it up. Northern Africa.
Yeah.
They were not the world's greatest modern pentathlon. First, during the horse riding part, the entire team fell off their horses. During the swimming competition, one athlete had to be rescued because they were drowning.
Oops.
And then during the shooting competition, the team was disqualified because a team member nearly grazed one of the judges.
Oh, okay.
That's not enough for us to hate them, though.
Yeah, I don't hate them. I feel bad for them.
They felt bad for themselves. So during fencing, one of their teammates was a good swordsman.
Oh.
But they decided that instead of sending out each of their teammates one by one for sword fighting, sent the same person out over and over and over again with a mask on, hoping that no one would figure out that the same guy is going out over and over and over again.
I'm sorry, I don't hate him. I find that really funny.
It is pretty funny, and it was also 1960, so I don't think it hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, I mean, if they were doping, maybe I could hate them a little more, but I honestly it sounds like one of those like old school 1930s like silent film movies.
Yes. Like Charlie Chaplin is like
totally right, just bumbling idiots.
They would be like they could use that for the Three Amigos Part 2.
There you go.
All right, I don't. They're not as athletic as Ross Wales, that's for sure.
Heck no. Goat.
Thank you. All right, the second most hated athlete of
I
all
would
time.
call Ross Wales the moat goat.
The pools they're probably swimming in, and were probably like moats.
Yeah. At least
Although, did you
the-
see that there's controversy with the pools this year?
well, and the river.
Yeah, they're on the river. Yeah, that's funny.
That's a moat.
All right,
I don't know the controversy, but
we're gonna get back to modern pentathlon in a minute, but first we're gonna take a detour to 1984 Puerto Rico. Their hopeful Madeline de Jesus got injured in a different event, and so when it's her time to run the 4x400 meter relay, she was unable to do so.
yeah.
So you know what she did? She invited her twin sister to jump in and run the race instead.
It's the Parent Trap.
It's the Parent Trap.
Wow.
Lindsay Lohan did so well that she actually won the race.
Wow.
The coach felt guilty and turned themselves in.
Oh, see, I don't hate that. They were just watching Disney movies.
You know, and I hate myself for saying Lindsay Lohan when I should have said the original. What's her name?
Boy.
Yeah. The reason I'm mad at myself is because not only was she in Parent Trap, but she was also in the very first season of Saved by the Bell.
Haley Mills?
Thank you, Haley Mills. Haley Mills was in the first Parent Trap, and she was the beloved teacher in the very first season of Saved by the Bell, where they were in Indiana instead of California.
Ah, wow. Did not know that.
Talk about downgrade, right? Can you imagine being stuck having to be in high school? Like you were in the glorious state of Indiana your first year in high school, and then you had to you were forced to go to high school in California the next year and go to school with Tiffany and Amber Thiessen. Ugh.
Yeah, those California high schools are rough because you have to walk to classes outside in the perfect weather.
Yeah, and like the breeze off of the palm tree probably is really comfortable.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah. All right. You probably won't. It's probably a little tongue in cheek. We probably won't hate this guy either, but he is a big cheater though. Boris Orichenko.
Okay.
70s. He's a modern pentathlon winner.
Oh, lots of modern pentathlon.
Yes. And he's also a KGB colonel.
Oh, don't like that.
No, so he's a little more hateable now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is doing very well. I think he won previously, and in this modern in the Olympics in 1976, he's sword fighting against one person, and one guy thinks he dodged out of the way, but it still marks and still as a beep as a hit. But the guy's like, I guess fine. I guess you did get me. You win. And the very next event, he's playing against. He's very likable. This Boris guy is very likable, so no one wants to call him out on it. It's weird that you're scoring so many hits when we don't think you're hitting me. The very next guy, I dodge out of the way, but it still beeps. Clearly, I didn't get hit, but obviously, I love you. You're a great Boris. You're a wonderful person.
Right.
But we need to look in. Maybe there's some sort of faulty wiring or something.
Sure.
So they look at Boris's sword, and he's got in his grip and his sword a little button that anytime he pushes it, beeps that there's a hit.
Whoa.
For an unknown length of time, he's just beep, beep, beep. Whenever he wants to mark himself down as a contact, he can just beep, and he's got another point for his sword fighting.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Now he could fight under the World Federation of Russian Athletes instead of Russia, but
okay,
yeah,
so so can I tell you who do you think is the most hated Olympian in the current Olympics right now?
Oh man,
because I've got the answer.
Oh, that's a great one. Who would I hate? I would probably say some sort of Australian swimmer.
It's actually a Dutch beach volleyball player.
Oh, I hate those guys. No, they have.
Do you know why?
How come?
So this guy Steven Van de Velde, convicted of child rape in 2016.
Oh, man.
Yep. He gave a 12-year-old girl, he was 19, gave her alcohol, got her, tipsy, and raped her.
Wow.
He was convicted in 2016. He gets out. Now he's in the Olympics.
Wow.
And he gets booed a lot when he's
Thank
playing.
goodness.
So they're booing him at the Olympics. I would say he's the most hated player in this current Olympic sort of
Wow. No kidding.
competition.
I'm going to start watching beach volleyball so I can boo from home.
Totally. Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible and disgusting.
And disgusting. Sorry to end on that note. But the fact that he's playing is a little bit controversial.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, if the only thing I can think that will turn this really negative, sad energy around is the fact that you guys are just finished an incredible podcast. You're rejuvenated and ready to attack another couple days of Olympics.
That's right.
And you're chomping at the equestrian bit for our next special edition of Ranks for the Memories, our Hatred edition, where Dan and I condemn all sorts of things
That should be condemned.
Oh yes, absolutely. But no one knows better than us about anything.
Righteous indignation.
No one is more righteous than us, and you will find out the people, places, and things that we hate the most. Actually, that's what we should do. We should do one thing where we rank the people we hate the most, the places we hate the most, and the things we hate the most.
I like it. Let's do it.
Or the minerals. What is it? Vegetable, mineral, and rocks, vegetables, and minerals.
Something like that. Yeah. Let's go for it.
Please tune in as we hate on things and we fuel your righteous indignation too. And
Indignation.
indignation.
All right. Well, have a good day.
Time's
Good
up.
to see you, Eric.
Great talking to you guys. Thanks for listening and tune in again soon. Bye, guys.
The memories.